And I cannot be happy when our blasters have not performed. So I share in the pain of the entire country. I share in the pain of everybody who follows the Ghanaian sports. And at this moment, everybody has a right to speak or to share their pain. But at the same time, it's a moment that we need cool heads to navigate our blasters to the levels that we desire. The journey to make blasters champions did not start 2 years ago under my leadership. The journey started since the last time the blasters won the AFCON. And the journey has been ongoing. Okay, since the last time we won the AFCON, we've never been able to win. Don't forget that being a finalist is not being a winner. So we've never been able to win. We've been trying to look for the solution. The solution is not what was displayed by the team in the Cameroon, but it behoves on all of us to stay together as a unit, as a family, look inside us, look within us, look externally to find how our blasters can win the title of envy again.
Kurt, this
is our responsibility and it's my responsibility.
Kurt, this would be the worst performance of the Black Stars in AFCON history. Do you take the fall? Do we put the blame on the head of Milo or the Black Stars, the players themselves? Who do we blame?
Okay, so the last time the Black Stars did not go beyond the group stage was in 2006. It was a year that the Black Stars qualified for the Mondial. When there's success, the team takes responsibility. When there's defeat, like we're defeated, the team takes responsibility. We went out to represent Ghana, to make Ghana proud. We went out with a clear plan to win the title, to win the championship. It did not work. It did not happen. Okay. The team did not perform like we expected. And that's what I'm saying, that it's important that we look inside. We have cool heads. We keep cool heads to find a way to bring the blasters to winning ways, because 6 weeks down the line, we'll again be in battle. And if it is that we throw our hands in despair at this moment, it will be doomed for all of us. And this is not what we want.
Will you recommend the sack of Coach Milovan Rajovic? You made a strong case for him. You said this is not much like Makwe. This is not Sobolo, it's Milo. And that's what we have to drink. Obviously, he gave us a poor showing. Would you recommend a sack?
Okay, so let me say this. I said that Coach Milovan have been the best trainer ever Ghana has ever hired when we speak about expatriate coaches. Because in 2009, he was the technical advisor for the U20 that won the Mondial in Egypt. He went to the Chan Grand Finale. In 2010, he went to the AFCON Grand Finale. He was a losing finalist. And he took Ghana to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. And based on that, he holds the best record of any expatriate whatsoever. And based on that, Ghana hired him. I've heard people speak about the fact that beyond Ghana, he didn't achieve. That is true. But it's also very true of many top coaches across the world. They go through some challenges. They don't win trophies. They go to certain jurisdictions where the intangible assets are different in quality, and they win. So we believed and we believe in Milovan. It's also true that Milovan has had an unfortunate time with our Black Stars. Unfortunate in the sense that he's never had even 4 days uninterrupted to train the squad since he took over the ship. Okay, most often he's had to train his team 2 days and go into competition, and this is a fact. Okay, we believe that the AFCON platform will give all of us the needed space to train the squad. But what happened? FIFA gave a directive that players could stay with their clubs up to the 3rd and 4th of January. The competition started on the 9th of January. Again, not more than 4 days of uninterrupted full house training. Let's be fair. I mean, and this is a squad made up of predominantly new players, 17 debutants. I mean, I'm not making excuses for.
What's the bottom line, Kurt? What's the bottom line? Ghanaians are asking, what's the bottom line? What's the bottom line? Is Milo going to stay or will he be sacked?
Right. Okay. So if I heard you clearly, we just arrived. This is done. We've not engaged as an ESCO. We've not engaged key stakeholders. But it's important that we all have cool heads and go through the process and take the right decisions for Ghana football. And we believe that we have the men to take that decisions or those decisions that will eventually bring Ghana back to the winning ways.
Dr. Nyahota Maklo, who once upon a time literally dissolved the Accra Asafos team, went around to handpick players and they did a good showing. He said, sack the coach, dissolve the Black Stars, start all over again on a clean slate. What do you say?
Dr. Nyahota Maklo is the former president of the Ghana FA. He had his time. He took his decisions. Those were his days. I'm not going to speak directly to what he had said. As a leader of this family, I believe in my way. I believe in my vision. I believe in the people who work with me. And I think that we all keep cool heads, engage, and take the right decisions for Ghana football.
The minister has summoned you to a meeting. What do you gauge would be the key issues on the table?
Sorry, could you come again?
I'm saying the Minister for Youth and Sports has invited you for a crunch meeting. What do you gauge would be the key issues that we discussed? Do you know?
Well, definitely the food on the table would be the performance of our darling Black Stars, what went into it, what caused it. And like I said, what has to be done to ensure that we bring back the love to millions of Ghanaians who want to see our Black Stars win. The Minister of State responsible for sports wants the Black Stars to win. Me, the leader of the football family, I want the Black Stars to win. I want to be an African champion. So we would discuss, would engage on all fronts, and take decisions that will be in the best interest of our dear country. And I believe that we have the men to think through this, the men with the right levels of skill set to navigate the football industry to the land.
You have said,
I believe in this.
You have said we need to look internally. Do you regret, on hindsight, sacking CK Akuno?
I don't regret it.
I see. Finally, you've asked Ghanaians to bring back the love, and it was working, but gauging from commentary on social media and all of that, it does appear people have taken a departure from you. What's the magic wand to bring back the love?
Okay, so first of all, I don't think that people have completely departed. Fixing the Ghanaian football problem starts from the very foundation. We brought back juvenile football after a long break. We got KGF to invest $1 million into juvenile football. We're investing $100,000 each year in the purchase of footballs for regional football development. We brought back all the domestic competitions after the period with COVID. Women's football is enjoying the best of support ever. The next few days, it will be live on TV for the first time in the history of Ghanaian football. The WPL will be on TV, free to air. Our U20 are currently the African champions with the right levels of support. We need to see our Black Stars also being dominant again. We need to work towards more investments into our domestic leagues. And in saying this, I must be grateful to the companies who have believed in the vision and who continue to invest in our GPL, in our DOL, in our WPL. Clearly, the Black Stars is the premium brand, and if it is that the Black Stars do not win, it has a multiplier effect on the entire football ecosystem. And it is my responsibility. It is the responsibility of the ESCO. It is the responsibility of everybody in the football ecosystem to have cool heads around this time, during this period, to ensure that we have the right decisions being taken for our dear Black Stars. In terms of the players, these are the best intangible assets we have, believe me, available to the Kurt team. I said it on another platform that if there's a Lionel Messi somewhere who was not picked by the coach, please bring the name up. Every player who made himself available and is of the highest quality found his way into the 28-man squad. Okay, these are young players who need our support. They need the support of everybody during this challenging period to be able to get their heads
Well,
clean and represent Ghana.
Sorry, Coach Milovan said he didn't have a player like Asamoah Gyan. That casts a slur on the team that you are reposing a lot of confidence in, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Sorry, but we don't have to take that interview out of context. He said it. It was a direct question to a direct answer to a question that was asked him. Okay. The truth is that Asamoah Gyan is perhaps one of the best strikers ever to have done the national colours. This is a fact. When we lost Anthony Yeboah, it took a long while before we had one Asamoah Gyan, and definitely if he had an Asamoah Gyan complementing the job of Dede Ayew and Jordan Ayew, the matters would have been different. This is a fact. It doesn't mean that those intangible assets there were not of good quality. And I'm saying again that those intangible assets who made themselves available and of good quality were selected by Milovan Raivak for our dear country. They didn't succeed, they didn't win, and that's a fact, and that's the reality of the day. But it's our responsibility also as leaders of the sport to be strong enough, to have cool heads, to support these boys in this time, because these are the best players we have.
What is their psychological makeup as we speak? How are they keeping up with all the bashing and the lashing?
Players, each one of them went into the preparatory period and in this tournament with a clean heart, with a heart to support and to fight for Ghana. These players, for the first time, never spoke about money. I've not been part of the national team before. This is my first time. But this is a group of dedicated players who never spoke about money. They never discussed money. They wanted glory for our dear country. But glory didn't come. Okay? That's why I keep saying that we need to support this group of players because they are very, very dedicated. They went through pain to make themselves available to the Tenkara team for selection. It didn't work. That's why they share in the pain of Ghanaians, but that's why we also have to support them to be able to bring their mindset and body back together again to be able to represent our country. They are the best we have.